Hey, just wanted to pop in here before the episode starts. Hi, it's Turnip on the editing floor. I want to make a little quick disclaimer. While this podcast is primarily about Minecraft YouTubers, we at the Shadow of Shadow Pod do not support Microsoft or Minecraft in light of their placement on the BDS list as of April 7th, 2025. This podcast is pretty much historical in nature. We're exploring the beginnings of a genre on YouTube, or at least the popularization of that genre. It is not in any way an endorsement for corporations or their products. Thank you very much for listening. Now on to the episode.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Shadow of Israphel podcast, where we are in the deep, dark shadow of that haunting presence of Israphel and all the evil he introduced into the world. Wirt will be here later. Milnak could not be here. So let's just get right into part 17, because within a single second, in a record-setting performance, there is something that has aged horribly within 1 second of the video beginning.
Really starting this episode out with a bang.
I saw it when I was looking at Madame Nubescu earlier, and I was like, oh boy, that'll be a great episode. And I was so right. The splash art, you know, they show a little fan art. Not always fan art. Sometimes it's their friend art. But
usually if it's friend art,
show
it's
a little
from
art.
Walna, otherwise known as Duncan.
Yeah, this one's internal, which is even worse, I think. This was a 100% internal process of them coming up with the idea and doing it and putting it in the video and thinking it was fine. There's art of Madame Nubescu, character you may remember as that racist fortune teller lady. She's a racist caricature. The character is not racist as far as I know, in that she has no prejudice. Maybe she had something against dwarves, but it's very much looking like a racial caricature of Madame Nubescu. Big afro, red lips puckered around cigarette, smoking it down to the nub, and like it could be worse, but not by much.
Yeah.
I feel this is awful, even by the standards that they've set so far. Like, at least, I don't know. We could talk about this for 10 minutes, but yeah, it's just, you can look at it yourselves. Just go to part 17, the Fragmented Map, which is what this episode's called. Well, you only have to wait 1 second to see it.
Yeah.
So
The first line of the episode spoken is, "Welcome back to the Yogscast." What a way to welcome us back, boys.
it looks like the sort of image you would find on a racist message board. So, and then Lewis welcomes everyone back to their super awesome adventure. They'd taken a hiatus, remember? Because the Granny Bacon thing took place during, like, the little gap.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and clearly that hiatus was so they could adjust the map a little bit, because things have changed. The world around them evolves ever so. Simon instantly throws the map fragment up in celebration of being back, and it almost blows away in the wind. The important map fragment, okay? They found it. It was dropped by a zombie, the undead Reverend John. They took it to Daphon. They actually showed it to Peculiar first, who saw it was a fragment, and then took it to Daphon, who's like, this is actually the fragment of the map of Carpath, the legendary fucking Templar, and it will lead you into the desert to defeat Israphel once and for all. So, you know, it's a quest item. It's a MacGuffin. And we have to find the other 3 pieces.
Simon goes, "Don't lose the map." No, Lewis goes, "Don't lose the map." And Simon goes, "What do I do with it?" "Don't lose it. Duh."
Don't lose it. They could maybe put, I don't know. They were told, there's a sequence where Simon says, like, they need to find a person of magical personage, and we remember how Lewis instantly thought of Thumblemore immediately. He's like, oh, Thumblemore, I bet Thumblemore could do it. Even when the MP is like, that fucking idiot doesn't know anything. And it's like, no, come on, man, fuck off, Thumblemore could do this. And
they want
like,
Fumblemore to be relevant again so bad.
They love Fumblemore. Lewis is huge on Fumblemore. He's a big Fumblemore guy. He kept bringing him up. You can't fucking stop this guy. But the thing is, like, They see the carnival's packing up. He mentions a teaser video, which we didn't watch. I didn't watch. So apparently there was like a teaser for the return of the series, where it was revealed the carnival's packing up. They're getting ready to move out because it's a traveling carnival. They don't just sit outside of the evil Eldritch Desert all year round. They actually move around in airships, which is the main mode of transportation in this universe.
Yeah.
Because they don't have horses yet.
The intro music plays the entirety of itself instead of fading out like halfway, like it usually does, and it's just big triumphant music swell over them realizing Fumblemore's house is completely fuckled.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lovely balloon of Madame Nubescu's face. Thank you for having the worst fucking character ever branded right on the screen, right there.
Yeah.
It's great.
Real glad they immortalized her.
Simon points out what I've been thinking, regrettably, this whole time is maybe they should ask the nearest magical person who they were just talking to, who is like 200 yards away, if they could help, instead of going to Fumblemore, who they don't even know where he is.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, the fortune teller who helped us, who just recently and has previously helped us on a quest, very magical. You think we should ask her about the map? And Lewis he's like, oh, he's like so disappointed. Right? He's like, she's going, she'll be very gone very soon. Last chance to really talk to her. Oh, he's like so bad. Question. Is Lewis a misogynist for not thinking of Nubescu first? Or is he an anti-racist king for not wanting to give that character any more screen time?
Well, I know the second one isn't true, and I don't.
It's not fucking true. Nobody here is anti-racist, says I'm sorry.
As we've learned.
Also, Old Peculiar has to leave again!
It's not fair!
It's really not fucking fair. What the hell? He's just too fucking important. Also, probably they didn't have enough people to play all the characters, so he can't be there. That might be part of it.
He has to quickly go change his account.
When he opens his text chat, it says, "You have no new mail." Just want everyone to know that he doesn't have any mail.
He has no mail.
Lewis says he has to follow in the footsteps of his father. He croaks for some reason. He's like doing his...
He emphasized father really, like, his
that's why I was saying. Father! But luckily, Old Peculiar does tell them I've also set up a place for you to recover after failed battles. I call it a checkpoint.
Wow.
Wow.
Old Peculiar invented checkpoints. I always wondered who did that.
Wow. You just had to wonder who did that. You didn't know.
I guess he's the guy who Notch stole the save system from.
Yeah.
As we learned last time in Milnak's Yogscast, a fan had created a mod for for saving where you are in a game, because that didn't exist before beds. There was no way. You just always spawned and spawned. There was no way to spawn elsewhere if you so choose.
Yeah.
And I guess this must be that. This must be the guy. I always wondered. And then from there on out, every other video game included checkpoints.
Yeah.
So,
Other video games did this before then.
Watching this right after, because I can't talk about anything else, I'm sorry. Watching this right after Hunter the Parenting is like seeing good British and evil British right alongside each other. It's kind of beautiful in a way. The dichotomy.
True as hell. Everyone look who just walked in! Word's here!
Woo! Yeah! Please theme music.
All you've missed is us talking about the racist image in the intro. And
all I have to say is, oh! That's about it.
Yeah.
It says new record. A new record!
Break the targets.
Also, Old Peculiar invented checkpoints, which is cool.
I know, it's crazy.
Lewis says, of course, something that mine Notch is adding. Easy for you to say. Which, we heard last time from Milnak that Notch stole the save system from someone else. That man was Old Peculiar.
It's true! Stop stealing from old men! We're saving the town!
There's a weird radio wipe for some reason, not really sure what's up.
That would be
a lot of editing in this episode, a lot of post-production.
I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of, I don't think I remember any of the Madam stuff. As soon as I saw it, I was like, alright, I'm not committing this to memory. Nope. I have my notes here, I didn't take any notes, I was like, I need this to end. That's what it
As
says.
they're walking out, Simon does the dropping the paper bit, and goes, "Oh shit, where'd it go?" Because of course, the map.
Careful.
They walk out. Templar Dayfun's ready to wave them off. He's old again, by the way. He's not young anymore, like he was at the funeral. It was his Sunday best. Now he's back on the work week, back to the grind.
Death makes him youthful.
He absorbed Granny Bacon's remaining life force.
Yeah, it's true. I'm committing that to memory.
Those things that maybe they should put in the safe. The paper, the important quest item. Buddy, you gotta show it to a magic person, remember? How are you gonna do that if it's in the checkpoint?
For
fun.
You gotta think about this.
In general, their
brain.
chest system is it pisses me off. Here I go being mean at them again.
Just like the inventory
No, you
system,
deserve it. They're racist.
Yeah. We gotta keep all our valuables on us because a creeper could blow up the chest. No,
a creeper could blow up the fucking chest. It's such
that's
a
not
weird
a
thing to
player
worry
needs
about.
to be present for a creeper to explode. So whoever's gonna
crazy.
come by and steal your shit poses a bigger threat
No,
than
talk
whatever
about Creeper
creeper
Boss. He'll just walk over. He has free will.
Creeper Boss is scary.
Lewis is waiting for the fucking creepers to get their receipt after what he did to Mr. Astley. He knows they're after him.
He knows it's Jover.
The checkpoint, by the way, is like a chest and crafting area next to a big yellow wool square with a red C in it for checkpoint.
I just like a C for checkpoint.
Wow.
He tells Simon he cannot die in lava or they will lose all quest item. Because Simon is not only holding the paper fragment of the map, he's also holding the golden record from, the Church of the Golden Record.
Why did they not putting away is crazy.
Like, that is like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel
if
like
they happen upon Father Rayburn.
If they just run into him, I guess.
Whoa.
Running by
they
him,
want to
throwing
listen
the
to
record at him.
Could be nice. This is the best choice though, because Lewis died. I don't think Simon has died in the series itself. I'm like this Shadow of Israphel important stuff. Like, of course he died in the Let's Play, but I don't think he has died on this adventure somehow. He's actually so brave.
Brave.
Lewis used all of their iron blocks to make armor and made some for Simon too.
Yay! Finally, so nice.
So they're going to Nubescu. There's airships. Man, Nubescu says she can sense they are troubled, and Simon says, "Every time I see you, I'm troubled." True end sentence right there.
That's the noise I make. I got nothing.
As soon as they look around at her stuff and the sign racist miscellanea is on the screen, I immediately was just like, okay, I'm gonna lay down on that right arrow key until she's gone. I don't care if I miss lore.
Plus 10 moment of the night
Literally.
for Yogscast. That's crazy.
I was just tuning out. I was like, I guess that I noticed that the cameraman was actually doing his job this time, and
he does comment like people say I need to see more things, which thank you.
But like,
at least Lewis is answering his critics on one thing that he could be criticized for, monkey's paw.
It was just I couldn't care less. I couldn't remember what she was even saying because I was just like that voice. He doesn't have to do it. He can. Sorry.
Yeah.
On top of it being incredibly racist,
that you're being racist, that makes it satire, which is smart.
On top of being incredibly racist, it's just grating to listen to. Like, you couldn't pick a better fucking voice to do. Did it have to be like that type? I just couldn't.
Simon does do a typo trying to ask her if she knows anything about cartography. He calls it carography.
Yeah, I
forgot about that.
It's a study of carrots.
I didn't even recognize that. I didn't even remember that part.
I saw the text for it, and I
skipped it.
I saw the text for it, but I didn't hear what the carrot bit. I thought I pronounced it as carography, and I'm like, yes,
for cars.
the topology of a car.
Exactly.
I love the idea of asking that to someone. Goes up to a fortune teller. Do you know anything about maps? making maps.
I like he was like, I could try, I guess.
It is
kind of,
removed of everything is a really funny response. Go, I guess I could try.
If it wasn't like with the racist context, if they just made her speak normally, I think that would have been way funnier. If they would just
Strongman Bruno packing up obsidian with his bare fist. Of course. He also sees he's packing. He reads his boxes, and one of them says balls of steel, and he starts to laugh. He's such a child sometimes.
It's true. He's a
The airship is nice, though.
Child. Yeah, no, I remember being mad. I was not listening to what anyone was saying. I was just really excited.
I just muted it.
No, I wasn't even
listening
muted.
to
I
the
was
cat
like,
parade.
La, la, la.
This airship build. They've got like stairs laid out at the bottom and a minecart track to load stuff on. It all makes sense, really.
Makes sense.
Nubescu says the map is evil. It's like, do you actually want to know where it leads? Simon kills a cow. Can't have cows wandering around.
Why is he so mean? I don't understand.
But of course, the carny asks for money to read the map. Of course, these evil fucking carnival people.
I would pay women.
Lewis is immediately fucking.
Wait, I remember
Lewis
this
adopts her racist verbiage into his own messages in chat. He's like, "We've got to be doing the thing." Like, he's like adopting it, which only leaves more credence to the what we suspected all along, that he's a blank automaton who learns human behavior from everyone else. Lewis and Simon look for gold to spare, and Lewis accuses Simon of spending their gold on beer and hookers.
That made me laugh really hard, because my friend was like, I'm going to make my own carnival with blackjack and hookers. Like,
true, that's how they should have gotten revenge. Fuck the main quest.
Literally.
It turns out, I think they had no gold, actually, because Simon cheats it in. He, speaks out loud. It's like, let me just,
I thought he did have it. I thought the joke that he did spend it on for some reason, which is really funny.
Yeah, like that's what I read it as first. Like he did steal the gold from their chest, but then he starts talking about data values, and I'm like, oh yeah.
I just like the idea of this little dwarf like in between like Granny's funeral was just like yeah. So I got scared by jokes. Someone's trying to call me.
I miss data values so much. They were so classic. / give honeydew 4664. Anyone?
My favorite quote. Hold on, I have to send a GIF so it's at the top.
A GIF?
I need to just send this GIF because hold on, I just need to show like this is basically how it felt the whole time when I was trying to ignore my anime.
I love this GIF. I can't understand it. It's so weird.
It is really
thrown
weird.
Away.
It looks like he's going
backwards, but then his head is down.
Yeah.
He did a flip in midair. You have to
he flipped so fast. What the fuck?
You have to add this in post.
This is cat dog, but both ends are a cat.
It's cat.
Sorry.
Simon asks if any knows the data value for Carpath's map fragments. Quite funny. Quite funny.
Good. I lolled.
Manu Bescu's on the screen again, so funny things stop. She asterisk goes into trance asterisk. They don't remember what their bit was for her going into a trance, but she actually fucking can't decipher it at all because she sucks. Waste of fucking time. We should have just gone to Mr. C and found Fumble He could have fucking done it.
Whoa, no.
Lewis is about to go on a rant about how they need to slit all the throats of the carnival workers.
Oh, he's so violent, so fast. They didn't do anything to them.
Hey,
let's talk about carnivals.
You remember all the people when they went to Terrorville the first time? All the people in the comments were just like, "Why don't you just kill everybody?"
He's taking them.
He's feeling their influence very late.
They're hacking inside of his mind. Lewis, to be fair, they didn't even get ripped. They got, humiliated. Their pride was injured.
I guess
I don't know.
To an alien, that's so much. I don't know.
I guess Nubescu kind of scammed them.
Vegeta's my pride! That's what happened. My pride!
I guess Nubescu sort of scammed them, but also she did tell them some important lore about Old Peculiar, so
I wouldn't call it
wasn't
scamming.
really a scam.
I believe women.
Yeah, but She actually does know someone who could help them. A druid of the ancient world.
I mean, to be fair, they asked her about cartography. I don't think a fortune teller would know much about cartography. She said she'd try.
She feels him near. He's the brother of Fumblemore, by the way. This guy.
Oh, well, there you go.
This druid. He's Fumblemore's brother. Now Lewis is all on board. It's like, oh, fucking yeah, fuck you, you stupid, dirty Connie. You know, that's not technically racist.
You know it's not. Sorry, apologies for this joke. You know he didn't want to say that word.
Yeah.
No, he just hates those filthy fucking carnival people, you know? Fuck those guys. As a wrestling fan, I think I'm allowed to make jokes about the carnies being scumbags.
So crazy. Why is he so mean to the carnival people? Why do they hate fun?
Because they embarrassed his friend Simon. There was no money on stake. He just gets a thrill. They just fucking get off to humiliating.
Yeah, as you do.
Is Honeydew also just into this? Now I need the lore. Sorry, continue.
Man, after they hear he's Fumblemore's brother, Simon goes, maybe he'll do then. I like that he'll do. Walmart Fumblemore, let's go.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do, pig, that'll do.
Let's go to the burnt city. Lewis goes, it's probably not on fire anymore since you can't keep stuff on fire forever in Minecraft now. I love that as the diegetic reason it stopped burning.
It's logic. It's logic.
Simon asks in character what this guy's called, and Simon says, I mean, Lewis, if we go to Mr. City, it's probably going to be packed. There's going to be hundreds of NPCs. And then they laugh about all the people who died and lost their lives.
They're so cruel and evil. Only Granny Bacon gets a funeral.
She doesn't know his name, though, somehow. And Lewis realizes they should say thank you. Thanks for having manners, racist boy. They climb up the mouth, out the scary skull. They see Mistral City. It's not on fire anymore, and they'd be able to tell because now it's growing dark. The night falls on Minecraftia. And it has a lot more tree cover than Lewis remembers. The road in is all mossy. What's happened here?
Wow.
Lewis asks if they should be venturing into the cities at night, and then suggests they take cover in one of the houses. The screen is so fucking dark. Why can't you be spamming torches, Lewis? What the hell?
I just gave up.
Throwing torches everywhere, and then you'd be out.
What happened to torches? You used to
love torches.
You love torches.
He's got to save them for all the dark and narrow tunnels that they're
True.
going to
That's actually the second most popular mode of transportation in Minecraft. It's these fucking long ass dark tunnels. There's a guy. His nameplate's bouncing up and down. The main square, they reach it. It's so dark you can't see anything, but the town has become all mossy and plant infested. What has become of you, Mistral City? But they see the name Swampy _Bogbeard.
I know a Swampy.
Whoa, that's true. We do.
Yeah.
He starts to beat Simon with a stick. Pretty fucking awesome.
Honestly deserved.
I realize in this moment, Simon is not wearing the armor Lewis made him. That's awesome, man. It's like you don't even fucking care.
Because he doesn't.
Lewis asks if he's an old hippie as he tells them to get out of his forest, and 2 seconds after that, Simon starts to do a hippie voice. Yay, new Simon voice. He still got it.
People go crazy over the voices Simon does in the comments.
His accent is
fair.
It's a good masking of his British accent, but it's I have a weird thing because I took notes for episode 17 on a different day than I did 18. So in 18, I was just like, this voice is less annoying than I said it was when I took my notes for 17.
You're just mad at him.
I was mad at him.
I was.
Lewis says he sounds like Leo, and I have no idea who he's talking about. The turtle? That's where my mind first went.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I was just like, yeah,
back
it's
when
probably
they all
a friend of theirs.
You wear iron. You defile the earth for its resources. Simon
back when they all talked like surfer dudes.
Simon somehow fails to understand the environmental stance here. He's like, but iron comes from the earth. I don't understand. Dude, that's the problem. That's the problem. He doesn't like that you took it. Simon says, hey, we're friends with your brother, but it turns out he's not his beloved brother. He actually doesn't fucking like Fomamore at all. And he thinks Fomamore is responsible for burning the entire town to the ground.
Which did make me laugh. Could you imagine?
This is a Chuck McGill moment. Chuck McGill and Jimmy McGill fucking Better Call Saul. He's like, what did he do? What did he do?
So
you have to stop him.
So,
you have to stop him, man. Before I know he burnt that city, man. I know it. As if I could ever make such a mistake, man.
You'll never be a real Skylander, or whatever the fuck.
You'll never be a Skylander.
Real wizard.
This would have... If I heard that as an 11-year-old, I would never be the same. You could never be a real Skylander. I would cry.
I was.
I meant to say Skylord.
I thought you were proud of me.
I was, man. When you got a job in the fucking volleyball tournament. Whatever. Simon says Fumblebore didn't burn down Mistral. It was, Simon forgot Lysander burnt the city down.
Yeah.
He accuses the Clut of Israphel.
Yeah, I took note of that too.
Zombies attack Lewis. I was so fucking mad at this part because they were just not fucking paying attention to their surroundings. Literally. Monsters just walked right the fuck up to them because they had zero spatial awareness. Oh my god.
Fair, I do this too. I'm sorry.
Swampy drops a pork chop and uses its magic to reconstitute it into a pig.
I was like, what?
They were having a lot of fun with Swampy having these admin powers. It was so cool.
And I was confused. I thought I just made that up in my head or he had a spawn egg. I was like, what the fuck? That's a pig.
No such thing as spawn eggs. He's got some crazy hacks.
Oh yeah, this was before, wasn't it?
Fucking creeper explodes.
That made me laugh.
I audibly went, come on, man.
It's so bad. It's just so half-dashed, brother. It sucks dick. It's great.
Simon says fucking whatever. I'm just gonna throw the map at him. He's tired of his yammering.
Balls
there are
to
3
this.
skeletons shooting arrows at he and Simon, but not Swampy because Swampy's like awesome and cool and chill, and the skeleton doesn't fuck with him right that.
Yeah.
Shortly before he says balls to this, fucking Swampy throws a piece of pork on the ground and it
That's what we said.
Oh,
we said
we
that.
did,
He
okay.
reconstituted the
okay.
pig from its base
I didn't-
materials.
I didn't understand what the sentence was because I wrote down in my notes, he unporked the pork.
He did unpork it. That's exactly what he fucking did.
He turned him into John Pork.
No! Every time I see a fucking pig, we were watching One Piece Birch and fucking Whole Cake, and one of the chefs is like a pig man, and I was like, dude, it's fucking John Pork. He's helping me fucking make the cake.
John Pork is calling.
I'm counting on you, John Pork. We gotta make this birthday cake.
This is my friend Chris P. Bacon.
God.
Chris P. Bacon.
He's like, where did we get the map from? He doesn't remember anything. Lewis goes on like, no. He's on some fucking like scolding, wagging his finger.
I couldn't remember.
Don't you remember? We got it from Reverend John, the Crumbling Ruin. Don't you watch the Yogscast?
I wrote that down in my notes. Don't you watch the Yogscast? No, I don't.
Literally.
Dude, Simon's gotta watch the product.
Oh.
Time passes, dawn approaches. There was a cut at some point in here. I don't know if anyone noticed this. It's another one of those things where they open the text chat and you can see some messages that we didn't see on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No slurs this time. Instead, it's just Swampy saying, we're gonna have to cut. I can't see you guys. You're invisible. Really funny. I love whoever was playing Swampy spoke in complete perfect grammar and punctuation out of character. Really funny. Oh god.
He's a professional actor.
Yeah,
Literally.
were you gonna say something?
I think I accidentally deleted my notes. I can't find them anymore.
What?
Oh dear.
How would you have done that?
I have no fucking idea. I kept looking. I'm looking up Yogger. I don't remember.
I had this fear last time. I just missed like a letter and my shit was all weird.
I'm sorry. I remember a lot of it. I just can't remember what I
search
fucking
in your
said.
memory.
I I remember a lot of the thing. I just remember my notes, so I can't think of anything funny to say. I'm sorry. I lost
Well,
them.
Simon is saying that he doesn't know how to deal with human beings because he's a druid. He's used to dealing with Clucky McFeathers, who's a chicken. But Swampy's having a deep, actual character moment. I thought it was my careless brother. Maybe I'm the fool.
Swampy was my favorite character because he was actually like speaking facts, and then these fuckers were just like,
I fuck with Swampy so much. I think he's the best fucking character.
Me as fuck.
I just realized what his voice sounded like because we were watching Homestar Runner before the fucking recording. He sounds like 20XD6 Stinko Man.
Stinko Man, I guess, yeah.
Stinko Man. My name is Stinko Man.
He tells them to meet him on a platform above and instructs them not to defile the land. Use these, he says, shoving saplings and bone meal into their hands. Then he goes, see you up there, and he starts to fucking fly creative mode style in 2011.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, cause it was really dark, I wasn't really paying too much attention to those writing stuff down. And I remember just like, I looked around and suddenly there was a platform, and he's like, goodbye, and he started flying away, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Swampy away!
Yeah, my notes say, I'm hardly paying attention, this episode pissed me all the way off. Oh, he's flying now. Okay.
I was like, oh, okay. Okay, fumble.
See, I knew what was coming, so I was just like gritting my teeth and waiting for Swampy.
Yeah. My last
next episode, by the way, is called Swampy Away, so kind of like
there you go. He said the thing.
It's like a pre-title drop. Away? This one can just be called Swampy Away, just exact copy.
Yeah, please.
I should note the threshold notes that I have. The last Swampy note of the last episode and the first note of this one. I'll watch the other episode later. I'm gonna go play Voices of the Void. Hi, it's literally the day of the recording, and I forgot to take my notes on this episode yesterday. Ugh.
Oops.
Literally.
Really bad way. That was the end of the episode, by the way. It ends really abruptly. They're like, do we have to? How do we get up there? What the? And then it just ends. He flies away, and they just like jaw drop. They end off on that.
Yeah, it's really
which
funny.
Honestly, how could you top it? So
yeah,
really bad way to get back into this.
I said this episode sucked.
Yeah, why was this a Nebescu episode? Fucking Lewis was right all along. They should have just walked past her, gone back to Mistral City, looking for Fumblemore. At least they would have run into Swampy without that.
It's so, like, what was the fucking point of asking a fortune teller, who was also just an excuse to be racist, to ask about a map? Come on! Anyway, I'm mad.
At least Swampy's funny, and Mistral City Green version is interesting.
Yeah.
Like an evolution.
I love Swampy. Swampy was really funny. He was just hanging out, okay? And he
People
was
in
like...
the comments... sorry?
No, go ahead. I was just like, fuck yeah, Swampy.
Birch, to your point, people in the comments really love Simon's voices. Here's a 13-year-old comments review. When he did the hippie voice, line break. I freaking died. Line break. I don't think I've ever laughed this hard. Shit was so easy back then. Now you have to kill people.
I should have been born back in the day, so I could have done like the just low effort shit on YouTube. I could have been like, I'm Swampy, and people would have like paid me.
I have one comment from this episode. It's not even really relevant. It's hard to find good comments. It's a large swath and sea of people saying they're gonna shit in their pants or something because they saw the episode.
They're gonna fucking shit and fart and scream.
That's what I say.
This
all
one
the time.
was just really just a little charming to me. Because it was a little bit different. It's basically the same thing along that line of I'm gonna blank because I saw this in my subscription inbox. But I swear to God, this was my reply when I saw this in my sub box. This is good. Finally, in a really evil accent. Someone needs to take me away.
Bruce, that's actually a perfect fucking segue into my Yogter mission, actually, if you can believe it. But
that's gonna be my status now.
Before, I do have to give a shout out to a fucking commenter, One Blue Screen of Death 1, for being the only comment I've seen to point out with explicit critical intent how poorly aged the title card and Nubescu's entire character is. Like, I feel like even in the episodes where she showed up, there were some people saying, like, this is kind of bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the most, like, actually, like, composed and real thing. It's really insane living in this nostalgia blind comment section of, like, no one ever taking a second to go, what the fucking hell did I watch when I was a kid? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Anyway, they need to take me away, and they might need to take away the person who made this Minecraft mod that we're about to talk about and learn about.
Mod time.
Mod time!
For my Yogter mission, I'm dipping into the vintage mod reviews, and the one I selected is a mod that I used to look at as, like, the grim rival to most creatures. Yeah, unlike most creatures, where several mobs from it are just, like, now in the game for real, this mod has vanished from the face of the earth. More creeps and weirdos. This video was uploaded March 24th, 2011, about a month before the Shadow of Israphel episodes we're watching, during the, like, hiatus. It's got 3.4 million views, and the description says that Freak Stritches, the creator of this mod, quote, needs to be locked away in a square room where the walls, ceiling, and floor are soft and squashy cushions, colon D.
People were just
Really
saying
grim.
anything back then.
Soft,
What's that?
squashy cushions, dude.
So I drank water and I died. I drink the
How
water
dare
that
you.
kills you. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's also a Zelda texture pack they're showing off in the video. That's just for free. You don't have to.
Yeah! Let's go.
Lewis welcomes us in the video. It's a three-way dance between him, Simon, and Hannah. Hannah is basically their presenter for mods. At this point, Simon and Lewis are purists. They would never defile their game with mods. What is this? More creeps and weirdos, Hannah says, explaining. So instantly we see a couple creeps and weirdos. They're on a beach. She's got the Master Sword. And there's what Simon and Lewis describe as a ghost dog and some dinosaur thing. It's like a squat little alligator with like a frill on its back. It aggroes onto Hannah and it shoots fireballs that explode like
fuck?
TNT on the land. It's a
epic.
desert lizard. There's like graphics. This video is like edited and made clearly, and it's like a live commentary they're doing of it, like Mystery Science Theater style. It goes up to Hannah and starts to jump like an excited dog, incapable of doing any damage, which is awesome, I guess. The ghost dog is actually a goo goat. It looks like a ghost because it's green and translucent like Slimer, but when it approaches, it baas and bleats like a billy goat.
That's kind of epic.
It's a bit random, I find. The
I love
infographic on the
random.
screen says it eats grass and drops goo donuts.
Ooh.
Hannah's nudging it for some reason. Simon says the goat's made of jelly. Hannah has diamond armor. The mobs can't fucking hurt her. I lost my composure because immediately after killing it, she picks up a jelly donut and she's like, I can eat it. It's food. So she tries to click on it and it launches away and explodes. Very sudden,
Bye.
scary. She looks around afterwards, worried as if someone is going to see her. She kills a chicken with a donut ball, and Simon goes, no!
Oh, that's a good noise.
And then we cut to this guy. Imagine Big Bird, but he's purple, with antenna and an orange Squidward nose. And he has like 3 legs in a tripod stance, short ones, and 2 arms ready for combat at his side. Simon and Lewis are laughing hysterically and asking, what the Christ is that?
Can you, like, send a picture, maybe?
And then goes blorp.
Blorp.
Because it's a blorp. That's what it's called. Let me
It's a
find it. Hold
blorp?
on.
I just would like to have something as a, like, a reference, just so I can, like, see.
So you can imagine yourself in that world. Here it
Yeah.
is. That's a blorp.
Oh,
Oh my
He's like a
god!
He's a weird
Oh my
alien
God.
fella.
I
like
love
it.
this thing.
Dude,
he
that's a
is very-
pillowboard.
he-
It's a pillowboard.
The pillowboard.
Oh,
Which one's your
oh,
favorite?
Peanut
Desert lizard, goo goat,
The
blorp.
pillowboard. Honeydew.
Oh, peanut bird!
The graphic says that it grows in size and drops Blorp Cola, which leaves Lewis utterly incredulous. It drops what? He cannot believe it. Simon can see why this mod's called More Creeps and Weirdos now. Something small and squeaking just attracts Hannah's attention, though, and it's a guinea pig!
Yay!
It's literally just a tiny little, like, fucking rectangle. It's so small.
Yes.
Oh,
It's a potato.
Simon goes, ah! And Lewis even does his, oh! It's just a tiny thing.
That's awesome.
And Hannah tames it with an apple, and she goes, ah! They all went, aw. And she tames it. It gets a name tag that says Sprinkles. Yay.
Yay!
Wow.
Hannah explains that your guinea pig will fight for you,
Oh.
so she's looking for something, and she turns
Violence.
to engage the Blorp in battle. Then she hits it, and the video becomes the scariest thing ever. A horror movie, like, suspenseful sting starts to play. It sounds like something from the Killer Clowns game. It's like strings with, like, twinkly tones, like, going as the guinea pig's, like, bouncing and, like, attacking, trying to maul the alien Blorp, and the Blorp is jumping around like bling, 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 splown. It's springing.
This is so scary.
I describe it as it sounds like someone's being abducted by aliens or taken into the dream world by the Goblin King. That is what it sounds like is happening. And then after a few brutal seconds of fucking chaos, the guinea pig is fucking dead on the floor.
No!
A meat on bone is all that remains.
Oh.
Not the meat on bone!
Simon and Lewis,
No!
their reaction to this is, well, this is just ridiculous.
They're
These
haters!
These British men cluck their tongues, stroke their beards at this ridiculous mod. Hannah gets Blorp Cola and pauses for a second, remembering the goo donut, and then clicks it, and it just plays the sound of cracking open a nice cold brew.
Yay!
Then there's a human man, just like a Minecraft player-looking guy. He's just a guy. He looks disheveled. She tames another guinea pig. This one's named Whiskers without an H, spelled wrong.
Whiskers.
But this man is the dirty bum. Hannah gives him a diamond, and he's all spick and span. He cleans up.
Wow.
And he gives her something in exchange for it. But her inventory's full of cheated-in bullshit, so she has to move things around. For a diamond, she gets an apple and a slime ball.
Wow, that was worth it.
And at this point, I realized, so when I heard that scary alien-sounding music, I'm like, Jesus, the Blorp fucking combat, it like plays evil music when the Blorp is in combat? That's scary. But the music plays again, and I realize it's the guinea pig combat theme. When the guinea pigs enter combat, it plays scary fucking, like, Child's Play, fucking scary Rugrats, like, nightmare-inducing episode
awesome.
music.
Oh, I love that.
It's so fucking funny. Also, again, he explodes and dies instantly.
That's great.
I want to download this mod. I don't think it will work anymore.
Sadly, it stopped being supported at some point, but there's like a project to
I could
like
probably
make
play
it.
an
Like played
old
it, yeah,
version
played an
anyway.
older version. We should be able to.
Yeah.
do it.
Because that'd be fucking funny. I want to play this. I want to do old
And they've
mods
added
again.
so many people since this video they made. They added so many like iconic things to this mod since then. It's really so great.
Hi, this is Ross again from the editing floor. Don't take this as us going back on our word that we talked about in the beginning of the episode. We're still not going to play this. This episode was just recorded before Minecraft was put on the BDS list, if it tells you how long it takes to get these episodes out. Anyway, back to the episode.
It was one of my favorites. Like, to me, like, this and Most Creatures were the two mods that added a shit ton of mobs. That was it to me. That was my world.
Wow.
He dies. Not again.
F.
Simon and Lewis are baffled by how much shit there is, because she's looking out in a field and there's just all these weirdos in the distance. What are all these things? And Lewis says, well, that's a chicken, Simon. And, fucking funny. Then Hannah sees a raw pork chop smoldering in the crater and says, that's Whiskers. True. But then
meat on
the
bone.
thief shows up. The graphic just says, you wouldn't steal a handbag. And
download a
marimba
bear.
music plays when he draws near as like an audio cue, and then he steals a diamond from Hannah, and the twinkly like plays as he tries to abscond with it. But Hannah kills him with her gun. By the way, he looks like a guy in a tank top with like a bandit mask over his eyes. He's just like a normal man. Then Hannah sees a two-headed beast on 4 legs squat like a pig. That horrifies Lewis. He's like, what on earth is that? But Hannah instantly pacifies it with snowballs. Which, it's a snow devil. You can tame them.
Wow.
His name is Sawblade now, which is a cool name. Wow. Hannah explains that snow devils are like guinea pigs, but more aggressive.
Oh.
Which is fair. I shudder to imagine. It's got horns, too. It's kind of like a goat. Lewis asks Hannah where in Hyrule she is, because remember, there's a Zelda texture pack right now.
Oh,
We're in the
yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
It's just, like, very, like, dad talking to his kid, weird moment, like, so where are we in Hyrule right now? Are you in the Ice Palace? And Hannah explains, this is the seed penis, I kid you not. Lovely.
Help me!
It's a barren winter wasteland. Sounds about right. Hannah finds a blorp to fight, and there's no scary music, so that was definitely the guinea pig making the
Help
music.
me! I just love the guinea pig. That makes me so happy.
Also,
really
the snow
good.
devil cannot hit the blorp. These mobs have like horrible like abilities to hit. Like he cannot connect. It's not really much of an epic battle, but Lewis is laughing. He's like, I would disagree actually. They just because the blorp, I should say, when it attacked, it's constantly bouncing and making spring noises as it bounces, and the fucking snow beast is trying to fucking attack it. Simon says that this is how he imagines Pokemon to fight if they were real. They would just be bouncing and going bang, pew,
I love
bang,
this.
scram.
I actually love this.
The blorp wins again. These blorps are fucking too powerful. And the snow devil drops ice blocks, which Lewis points out, you can't get ice blocks normally. In this version of Minecraft, there's no way to get them through, like, feather touch or anything.
Oh.
So it's kind of useful that the mob drops them. Next is Babby Mummy. It's a mummy and it's small.
Oh.
It's not a big-headed baby zombie of the modern age. It's just a small man. They spawn lines of sand to bury the player. Lewis is aghast. That's horrible. Then there's the invisible man. You can only see his sunglasses, his mustache, his bracelets, and his belt and his shoes. And a stick that he's holding for some reason. Lewis is like, oh, come on now. He's had enough of this fucking silly-ass mod. What the fuck? And when he gets hit, he goes, that's naughty business. Who says that the sound effects are terrible and then gets jump scared by the next character, the Hunchback? What is that? I've never heard him so incredulous in my life. He's completely beside himself. It's just a small man hunched over like a gorilla. He's like an Igor man.
He's just hanging out.
Hannah tames a new guinea pig named Priscilla. She has a guinea pig and a hunchback servant. You can tame them if you feed them cake. But she realizes that they don't mix well because they instantly start fighting for no fucking reason. Guinea pig terror theme plays. And once more the guinea pig fucking dies. So that's too bad. She gives him bones and he summons skeleton warriors.
Skeleton warriors!
He goes, here is your army, master. And all the skeletons are like pastel colored. Lewis is like, it's like a skeleton party. It's like a rave.
Wow.
Lewis asks what the green thing is he's seeing in the distance. He goes, I think it might have just been a tree. Strange new creatures. The tree.
Wow.
Then it says epic battle time on the screen.
Wow.
There are
Yeah.
creatures who levitate enemies to attack them. Like the Shulk, remember? The
Oh,
Shulk
yeah.
from Real?
Yeah.
The Shulker, sorry. And everything's a fucking mess. What happens? The skeletons are summoned. They attack. When the preacher levitates something, a giant wall of smoke particles appears, and it obscures everything. The skeletons are fighting. A babby mummy runs up to Hannah and traps her in a fucking hole, so she's missing the whole thing.
Oh my god.
I say, wow, she and Lewis are made for each other. Heart. It really is a funny fucking angle, though, to see her like a random skeleton floating into heaven from the hole.
Help! I want a skeleton army.
Lewis,
you don't even fucking know.
Lewis has no right to criticize Hannah for missing the epic battle.
Yeah.
Literally.
Simon laughs at the skeletons floating. The preacher is like a black southern preacher kind of like stereotype. I don't understand his voice lines because they're talking and it's low quality. But it is ripped from somewhere, and then I just get really scared because I realize his mouth on his face sprite moves when he talks. That's what the
scary.
hell? In 2011, that's fucking scary. What the fuck? That's like those new skins that in Minecraft that blink.
I know, or they like do other
Scary.
things. It's really frightening.
Yeah.
Hannah ups the ante by giving her hunchback 4 skeleton summoning bones to create a huge army. And the Majora Mask Moon rises in the background, which scares Lewis quite badly.
Whoa.
There's chaos.
It is a scary moon.
It is scary, and they're way too distracted by how scary it is. They're not paying attention. It's just a PNG of the actual fucking, like, render of the moon in the sky, by the way. At the end of it, Lewis goes, "Thank you? Who made this? Who made this? I want to just... They need to be locked away in a safe place, away from the Minecraft community."
No, they're
Take it so
cooking. I thought
seriously.
this
He's
was
so
awesome.
fucking offended by this. At least they didn't ask what drugs this guy was on. They just said he should be
Yeah.
psychiatrically stripped of all his autonomy.
Which is crazy.
Simon much more calmly says, "Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching this mod highlight from the Yogscast."
Wow.
Ding.
And wow. That's my episode. I don't know. I really love this mod. I'm glad I could share this fucking weird-ass mod with you guys. It's from
It's
my
so
childhood. I actually
good.
found fan art of... Maybe we should put this fan art of the mod in the fucking episode
Please.
from...
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's only
As
a
long
year
as it-
old. Shout out to
as long- we can credit
Alexis
that,
J.
right?
153984. I don't know if I'll put it in or not. I just want to share with you guys.
Ooh.
Oh,
These are guys that we don't see. These are later updates. There's aliens. There's the letter G.
This is adorable. This
Candyman.
looks so much fun. I love it. I love it.
Our good friend Rodney draws very similarly to this, and I'm reminded
God, that's
of,
true. What
of
the
her
hell?
art.
Yeah. Shout out to our friend.
Time for the next episode, part 18, Swampy Away. That's what it's called.
Swampy.
The splash art is of angry honeydew punching Banjo dressed as the Joker, baby.
That's what I was
was made by-
confused for a second. I was like, is that the fucking Joker?
It was made by a fan called Xrick, but the DeviantArt link just takes you to a DeviantArt search for Honeydew Yogscast and not a specific
Oh my
post.
god.
Don't know what happened there. So they have to build their way up using trees. They can't
Wow.
defile the land. Lewis defeats a creeper with his gun. Milnak, I hope you're out there thinking of us.
Yeah.
Literally.
By up there, we need to get to a floating island. It was a floating island. We later realized it was like a platform for like airships that Lewis had previously gotten lost in all those episodes ago. But now the walkways have all burned, so it's just kind of floating there, inaccessible. They could swim up the waterfalls, but, you know, he gave them the fucking saplings. Why not use them? Come on.
Literally.
He did say don't defile the land, and Lewis decides that means murder a chicken.
That was so funny. He immediately defiles the land.
And dig up some dirt, which, you know, whatever.
Literally.
Yeah, it was
Hmm?
back when animals in the water would get a little bit darker because of a lighting glitch, but it ended up being a cute touch because it looked like they were waterlogged, but they got rid of that anyway because Notch is a hack.
Fucking
Literally.
stupid piece of fucking shit. Doesn't even know how to multi-thread.
Another
Literally.
instance of the fucking music going on for the entire time. They're like, will you turn the music down? Jeez, you're
This
just
is
fiddling
the
with the
new era.
landscaping of
I
Deserted
In
know.
honor
City.
of this,
that
I'm
was
gonna play the
crazy.
full song in this podcast, no matter how obstructive it is.
Don't,
Awesome.
please.
I'm excited.
Lewis starts riding a pig. Simon takes damage from a tree growing, which is foreshadowing. They do need to dig up dirt, so to be fair, sorry Swampy, we can only not defile it so much. Simon says this feels like a real puzzle that he's doing, and not just cheating for once. They have to do the tree stack. Remember the mysterious tree, you guys?
I do remember.
Those early days.
Tree. I remember. I miss tree.
They're kind of recreating it in a way. I remember.
Wow.
I remember.
Remember Mysterious Tree? And Minecraft 2? Remember Terravale? We certainly do. Shadow Israphel.
Thank you. Shadow Israphel. Can we recreate this? It'll be our first upload to the channel that isn't just a podcast.
Just do a parody. Remember Reverend John?
We certainly
Remember the pyramid? Remember the trial of the pyramid? Remember the cave?
I remember.
I remember.
There you go.
Remember Car Bomb?
I showed it to my friend the other day for the first time, and she was like so amazed. I was like, "Yeah, thank you."
Simon gets a RNG big tree, like the jumbo ones with all the like extra bits on it. That's a big one. That's what she said. Sorry. Simon's so epic and funny.
Keep it classy, Minecraft boys.
Lewis nearly shoves him off. They gotta chop through the leaves to climb up, which is, defiling the land, but whatever.
I was so mad. He was taking that fucking dirt, and it's like, you are defiling the land.
Bitch, you fucking defiled the land, so fuck you. They made it to the top really quickly.
Yay!
Who's the proest at making the trees? I am.
I also wrote down the proest.
The proest, yes.
That's some shit I would say.
He'll be very pleased with this, Lewis thinks. And they are able to go up through the platform. They find him in a lovely overgrown park on the top.
It's beautiful. I loved it. I loved it so much.
He's standing next to a sign that is never explained that says Iggle Boggle Gooble Woo Han Fribble Bug Slap Do.
I was so confused, but I was like, whatever, I trust him. I love this guy.
I trust him.
Everyone else has been letting me down. Like, fucking, if Swampy becomes like, oh, I'm also a racist person who says slurs, I will cry on podcast.
I can't take another hit.
I can't do it anymore. Another slur has hit the Yogscast.
Fuck.
Okay, I'm normal. Continue.
He asks if they defiled any land, and Lewis says they didn't, but Zephos in character says, just a pig. Smile.
Why do you say
smile looks
that?
really creepy. Really awful and weird in Minecraft font. Like, it's very, like, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's like the
Scary.
Joker. What do you mean defile a pig? Ah!
Yeah.
Simon brown noses him about the tree. Then he starts to channel the energies of nature itself to look into their cloud. He looks into their...
Sorry, I'm brown-nosing him. Not literally, of course. Like you're above it, Mr. Sex in Global Chat.
Fuck you.
I'll never let his ass live that down.
You know what? He should have been doing it for the bisexual rights and also just started ERPing with another random guy. It's not fair. I would have forgiven him.
I like how there's clouds there because the build limit is so low, so the clouds are like right in their face. It's kind of fun that in his trance he looks up in the cloud almost like he's interpreting it.
Literally,
I think that's a cool
I thought it was so cool.
Visual. One is held by cutlass and cannon. One is held by a lord of the sky. They go, oh no.
Skylord Jasper redemption arc. I'm banking on this.
It could happen.
Please, I'm struggling. Please,
He's like, oh yeah,
bro.
here you guys go. It's cool. I forgive you for doing all that evil shit to me, by the way. One is buried.
The one that was just mildly mean to them and ran an opium den.
Deep below bedrock. I see beards, man. You don't think he means my people. Honeydew lore moments. We're going to go do the Honeydew arc where we learn that he was secretly a prince. And he has 4 evil siblings.
Sonic triplets born. The throne awaits. Sorry.
He's exhausted now. He can do no more. Simon crouches quickly to curtsy. Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.
He hands them their paperback. He tells them the first map piece lies through Skull Pass. the way they came. Follow the trail. Test your archery.
That was awesome.
Go, man. God bless you, you crazy bastard. And then they leave.
Where's someone like Squidward, you crazy bitch?
And when Simon's going, Swampy Away, he doesn't read, and they don't comment on the fact that he says if they defile the land, he'll find them and kill them.
That made me laugh so hard. I was hoping he was going to kill them right then and there, because he was defiling
conveniently ignoring that.
The song that might play when you fight Swampy.
Yeah. Literally, he's going, Swampy, you should kill him.
Simon's not sure he likes him, but Lewis really likes him. He's good-hearted. Really? Lewis is just a big wizard guy. He's such a fucking fan of Fumblebore. He loves his whole family. He's like he loves it so much. Those are his favorite characters. And I think he was good-hearted in the end, you know?
Yeah.
They noticed that the sewer was named after Skylord Jasper because he fucking owns everything. It's a fucking monopoly.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Simon asked Lewis to make a note to investigate the sewer of the destroyed Mistral City later.
That was so funny, like, okay.
Unless he means to make a note to investigate whether Skylord Jasper owns the sewer. I'm not sure which one.
The Skylords have privatized the sewer system.
Fuck! My sewage!
The Carnival gang are still packing up. Bruno is there. Simon stops by him.
Oh, little baby, back for more!
Lewis says they need to get one over on him somehow. But if he can break up Sydney, he's not sure what they can do because he would kill them.
Yeah,
he would just kill them.
he can break Obsidian with that transparent pickaxe of his.
He could sink his transparent pickaxe through their brains.
Exactly.
Simon's brain starts working. And then he plants a tree at Bruno's feet and grows it with a bone meal, trapping him inside.
That was so insane!
I did write that. You just fucking encase him in a tree? For the love of God, honeydew!
So awesome. I fucking love it. It's so fucking funny. I remember
the trunk of Amontillado.
I was surprised it didn't happen the first time. I was like, when the fuck does he do this to him? Because I feel like this is a thing that happens. And it is. They laugh maniacally. Sweet, sweet revenge. And then they bid a retreat before he gets out and kills them.
It's so funny.
I notice in the background the roller coaster. Are they gonna pack all that up, or is that just always here? I feel like I remember something where it's revealed that the roller coaster is just part of, it's just here all the time. It's not affiliated with the carnival in any way. It's just a roller coaster built next to this temple or this keep.
It's so funny. It's just there forever, I guess.
As we all know, traveling carnivals always set up camp wherever there are natural sprouting roller coasters.
True.
True, to feed off them.
Yeah.
God. It's the fucking Verrigan Memorial roller coaster. Also, this archery lane. Test your archery. Lewis starts breaking shit like an asshole. There's a dissolve cut. Mr. Banjo's riding a pig. Yay, yay, yay. We love Banjo.
Mr. Banjo, save me.
Save me, Banjo.
Simon
Mr. Banjo, we're really in it now.
He shoots his glitchy arrows and they hit the center. Bullseye. But then Simon approaches to check and it picks them up so they can't prove it. There is an oddly placed lump of sand on the court. I'm not sure why that's there. There's a hole. There's a secret hole in the archery field.
Another secret hole we're gonna get the coward POV on.
Has this just appeared? I didn't hear any Zelda music. Big Zelda guy, loves Zelda. What part of Hyrule are we in right now?
What part of Hyrule?
If I keep shooting, will another hole appear? Lewis gets so mad at him. What?
Yeah. So funny.
No, this is a secret passageway, you idiot.
That really made me laugh because he was so mad about that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
I wrote that down too. I spelled it out like EEDIOT.
It is an idiot moment.
Idiot.
Why is he so mean? Oh, he just wants to shoot an arrow.
Here's me being mean again. I'm not a clever man. I know, Simon.
I know. There's a warning for tight spaces. Do you know what that means?
More long tunnels!
More long tunnels in the dark!
Woo!
It's Bootlegger's Pass to Barbecue Bay.
I thought it said Bootlicker's Pass, and I was like when he read it out, and I was like, "It's full of cops. Turn around."
Forget I do note here. Forget airships. This is the #1 mode of transport in Minecraft.
Literally.
This is where the bootleggers during the prohibition of Mistral City went through.
Literally.
Or maybe it's what the carnival used for their cheating ways. Sounds like, I don't think it's the carnival, because they don't always live here. And this looks ancient. They reach a dead end. Wood blocks. A sign reads Smuggler's Cove. But there's no exit, it's all blocked up.
It said something about, like, it's Barbecue Bay, or it's like the sign on the dead end said that, and I was like, huh, what?
Barbecue bacon
Barbecue
burger.
Bay.
Barbecue bacon burger.
Barbecue bacon burger. Sorry.
Lewis tells Simon to smash through, and Simon, in role-playing mode, goes, I don't have an axe. He's pretending that his fists cannot break through solid blocks.
It's really funny.
After he lost to Bruno, it was really demoralizing. He doesn't even believe in himself anymore.
He doesn't do anything.
He hurted his hand doing that. Now he can't break woods.
They exit into a little cove, and they see in the distance a huge city of the docks. It's at night, so it's kind of hard to see everything, but it's all lit up. It is just Stormalong Harbor. That is what it looks like.
It is.
It's just this huge city, like this pier in the middle of the sea. You know, it's close to land, but it's freestanding out there.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed that we didn't get that big fucking fly around establishing shot that we had.
Yeah, I guess
gotten
not
for
yet, because of
I guess.
shit's happening. Jock_Fireblast with red nameplate. He appears in text.
Ooh.
The waters here are a peaceful haven for us pirates. Then
Arg.
Angus Island says, we can't, your crew be eaten for mine already. We cannot be having it. I think they're talking to zombies then, not like real people. Simon does an allegedly Irish voice for this pirate. It's pretty much just like the other one. And then he says, that's Terry Wogan, who is an Irish radio broadcasting guy. I didn't check. I didn't fact check how good of an impression he did. So.
I had this joke in my mind for my notes where I had Terry Wogan mentioned, and then in my own mind, it's like, wow, Ross, you know who Terry Wogan is? No.
Classic guy. Grimjaw Slugface types in chat. I have just as much right to be here as you, Jock. Or have ye forgotten the code? He does like a fucking Game of Thrones voice for that one.
Yeah.
I have not, but we cannot be allowing you to stay. Simon bemoans that his voice has completely changed. And the episode ends with him like fumbling and blustering and trying to like recover.
Yeah. I wrote down what was in the chat at the very end, in case folks like missed it or something. Jock talking to Grimjaw says, "You bring the taint with you." He's got the illness.
Ooh, he's got the stink.
It's the taint of Israphel.
It is. And then Angus at the very end said something that was completely unintelligible. Even
what did he say?
How do your sheesh, Captain Sparkly Keks?
That's what I say in real life.
I'm gonna put the text of it in the chat, because what does this mean?
Let me see.
What the fuck?
To which Jock responds, Angus, you be facing the wrong way again.
Because he's island.
I'm very this was such
excited.
A fun
New area, guys.
Yeah, I'm so excited. First of all, we're out of the racist world. We're now going to pirates, and pirates are usually funny. It's
Nothing
called
in this show will ever be racist again, ever.
My very last line of my notes is, okay, yay, I'm done.
Literally, we're out of that. We're going to pirates now. We now have a quest. We've got an established place. We go here, get the one map, go there, get the other map, etc., etc. We've got that. We've got funny pirates next episode.
The One Piece episode, yay!
One Piece,
yay!
Hey, Wirt, can you cover your ears for a second?
Okay.
Guys, there's actually another racist character that we're getting real close to. It's like an indigenous tribeman character.
God damn it.
So there's that to look forward to.
Hi, did you guys say anything?
We're just talking about who you are.
Okay. Yay! I'm so excited. I hope nothing bad ever happens
Yeah, so they, by the way, as they're reading all this, they find like a convenient chest on the beach with boats in it, and
I love it.
Lewis,
It's so
of course,
funny.
takes like 700. To be fair, this was when boats were completely fragile and would explode on contact with anything.
Oh, I loved doing that
So-
though as a kid. It was fun. I
So
would
he
just rocket
did
into
need
the
to-
coast for fun.
He did need to do that, to be fair. And yeah, that's the episode. I've got a few comments here. One notable comment is that there's an invisible cut when they jump into the water in the tunnel that leads them there, and during that cut, the game goes from 1.3 to 1.4.
Whoa!
So
We updated.
I think
we
something
upgraded.
crazy might happen in that
Me
episode.
when I update you.
Birch, do you have oldie ancient comments, or are they all just saying, I fucking screamed and shat in my mouth when this happened?
I have one. It's not, again, not really about the episode, because I struggle finding good comments.
The
But
hell?
here, it made me laugh just because of how detailed it was. It says,
Alright.
I forgot to get their name very sadly. It says, can't wait when they have a pet to follow them and fight with them, and Sky Pirates who use the plane mod to fight with them, and Fumblemore with his brother using magic, Golden Apple Bucket and flying ability against Israphel, but Israphel will have an army of zombies, skeletons, creepers, and also all the animal from remote creatures that are evil. Ah, epic battle right there, eh? Winky face.
Should have had all
Epic
the,
battle
guess
right
so.
there.
you should have had all the animals from War Creeps and Weirdos
Yes,
that are evil.
Yeah.
have the blorp.
Think of this comment.
You should have blurb_boss.
We should have had the big G.
You
The
should have
big
guinea pig
G.
_boss. Man, that is so awesome. I love that person's mind. I love how fucking in Granny's funeral, didn't they also say that Fumblemore should be like throwing buckets with golden apples and shit? Like they're
Yeah.
obsessed with the idea that this is his magic.
And not just a potion he made once.
Yeah, that had soil in it.
How much land did they defile in the Tekkit series? A lot.
A lot.
Probably a lot.
Quite a
They
bit.
It's so funny. Don't
use
defile the land.
nuclear bombs
Smiles.
in Tekken.
And don't forget the fucking oil. Shove it up my
I
ass.
was literally just about to talk about the oil, yeah.
Defiled as Lewis. This comment is pitching, like, I'd love to see this series rebooted with all the capabilities of 1.9. That is a fucking weird,
Oh
interesting
my
idea.
God.
That's like,
Ooh.
Yes.
fucking,
Actually, hold on. What's the most recent Minecraft? I have to go look.
yeah, I don't know how old this comment was, but
So I'm
like,
gonna say 1.9.
I know.
It feels like a while ago.
I know that there's definitely people who've, like, done builds. Like, obviously, it's out there. People who've done,
Yeah.
like, I've reimagined Mistral City in this cool build. Download it on planetminecraft.com. Which I should fucking do that after this episode.
So
So
recently, the latest release is 1.21.4.
what if they should be done with all the capabilities of 1.21.24?
Let me just
Yeah.
see here the installations of.
We go onto a fucking copper palace and find the other parts of the map or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And have
Oh wow!
I
Yeah,
don't know, I'm just
1.9
imagining.
is so far back.
Brushing
I feel
off-
kind of insane.
Oh my god, wait, brushing off pottery fragments to find, like, pieces of a pot that has, like, you know how old Grecian pots had, like, scenes from mythology, like, carved
you
onto
find
them?
the ancient honeydew pot?
You do!
Yes! Oh my god!
That'd be
It'd be
awesome.
fun to do that. It'd be fun to do a themed, like, a survival run.
Yeah.
The theme is that we're like archaeologists discovering the Shadow of Israphel world
Yes.
in the ancient past.
Yes.
I don't know, the idea of remastering this series in the form of just doing it again in a newer version of Minecraft is really funny to me.
It would be really funny. When's the last? They played Minecraft recently, though, haven't they? I don't. Never.
It's been a while.
I get their
I
videos
just-
in my feed now every time I watch their episodes, so I'm like, I don't know.
Oh no, I thought you said us play Minecraft. Yogscast, they had a series pretty recently, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Which would be fun to sort of like maybe look at one random episode to compare. Maybe.
A scary Yogter mission where we get set into the future. I think we should
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a Milnak thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna send Milnak to the future as an experiment. That's actually
gonna-
where
Yeah,
they
there
are
was-
right now.
There was a video that I watched recently. I think it was by, like, RT Game or something, where he played, like, some social deduction type, like, Town of Salem type game, and Lewis was there, and even, like, hearing him with updated mic quality was, like,
strange.
I had to, like, pause
Scary.
the video a few times, because I was like, ugh.
That's not him!
It's almost Uncanny Valley a little bit, I don't know.
He has to sound like he's
toaster
crunchy.
mics. I love the toaster mics.
I
Shout
love the
out.
toaster mics. I love the Skype compression as opposed to Discord. Or I guess they're British. I've met a lot more British people that favor TeamSpeak.
Oh my god. I think it was Skype, though, I think at this point, but I don't remember.
Yeah, probably.
And my final comment to close us out is, how is this custom map called, and where do you get it from? Does anyone know?
Does anyone know?
Where do we get this custom map?
I don't doubt that at this point someone will have, like, made that.
Oh yeah, I fucking played around on this map all the time as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Wirt's sad tale of being an Xbox Minecraft gamer and not being able to play on, like,
It was
fucking...
PS3!
Whatever, I forgot that you were actually a fucking PlayStation head and you hate the Xbox Nation.
I think I have, but it might bear repeating. I think I've talked about the mod pack Minecraft for PS1 on a recording before. Yeah, the video that I recommended for it is literally exactly 12 hours long, but the website, or like the page that has the mod pack on it, also has the creepypasta for it, and I would love to read that with you guys someday. It's kind of short. It is just kind of an introduction into the mod pack itself. But then I can... Huh?
My recording just stopped, and I don't know what happened, and
When?
a couple minutes ago.
That's fine. This Wirt has died, everyone. Sorry, you can't hear him. I'm not putting in the episode. His recording stopped, and it'll just be dead. Oh, well, whatever. To make me sync it up for the last seconds of your existence? No. But we're done. We did the episode.
Watch his bobbing head.
Watch his bobbing head. Do it. Do
Talk.
boingo, boingo, boingo.
Talk.
Alright, my cat's meowing. I gotta go.
We gotta go.
We'll see you in the next one.